Hello everyone. Hi. How we doing tonight, friends? Are we all ready for some good spooky gaming tonight? I'm quiet compared to my music. I can fix this. How about now? A little better? Hello, yes, number 3. Music's still pretty loud? Okay. We'll drop this down a little bit more. Can actually probably also tweak the audio just a little bit more. How about now? It's better. Also, there's no music. Okay. I don't know. Oh, I see. I see where we're at. Okay. Okay. I messed with some of my audio settings a little bit, trying to get a little bit more clarity for my mic and stuff, because it was a little bit scuffed and it was bothering me. So I figure, be on the muck with that a little bit. Way better now? Perfect, perfect. I was like, hey, hi, what's up, friends? Hello, hello. How we doing tonight? As I had pinned before, tonight's tea is hibiscus flower with a honey cold foam. It's really kind of hard to see without me dumping it, but that's what we're drinking tonight. I probably could have done a little better by doing a hot foam for it. But you know. Give me just a minute or two to take care of something real quick here. So how's everybody doing on this nice Friday night? Sorry, it's taking me a couple extra seconds here. I just need to take care of a tiny little thing for work here. Here we go. All set, all set. So tonight we're going to be playing Grizzly Man. It's a bit of a point-and-click adventure with, from what I gather, some like action elements. I haven't really tested it out. Minus, owning it and all that jazz. Open this in case anyone wants to check it out on Steam. Minus, what we're doing here. I don't know quite how long it is or how deep or not deep we'll get into it, but we'll find out. We'll find out. By the way, does the audio sound a little less scuffed this today? Sounds good, sounds good. Awesome. I found that I could move my my mic stand or my like mic arm in a way that like it goes underneath all of my monitors and stuff, and my microphone's actually like right in front of me now. You can't quite see it here, but it's like right here. At least for when I want to, actually have crisp audio. Okay, let's see if I can get the game started here. Seems like it's working okay. Cool. There we go. My guess is I'll probably have to turn down the in-game audio a little bit, but that's fine. Be nice if I can get my thing to work here. There we go. Perfect, perfect. Okay, let's get ourselves moved over here. Whoop. There we go. So I tested this audio-wise a little bit, but it might be a little bit loud still. Just let me know if it's jamming us out here too much. It was kind of a good jam. I like this. Settings here. Audio good comparatively? Should I turn it down a little bit? I just want to make sure I can be heard. Maybe just like a smidge. Go down a little bit? Okay. Consider it done. Hey, what's up, Lily? Look at them party emotes. I like party emotes. I like that there's an option for deaths. That's nice. Okay, let's get this moving. I really don't know what to expect here. Claudia Chapter 1. Oh, also, I need to get the timer going here. There we go. Let's go. From your friends, from your university campus, 13,000 kilometers away. Think about the number and wonder how many miles that is. Chloe, a French traveler you met in a hostel at Fairbanks, has taught you a quick way to convert it. Even though Chloe admitted her method wasn't exact, it was close enough. First, I divide the number by 10. Next step is to multiply the result by 6. Oh, I gotta do math? I don't like math. Head math is bad for me. 1,300 times 6. I don't know. That's... you know, you never really like numbers. You put yourself to solve the conversion. You're not sure why exactly, but something tells you it could be important. Six? No, that's 7,800. Yeah. You're 7,800 miles from home. I don't know if I got that right. Because, no, times 6 wouldn't be. Yeah. I hope. In a country with a different currency, another culture, another way of measuring distance. I met them at the same hostel as Chloe. Mike and Ava have been together for almost 2 years. Mike and Ava are having a good time. You know they're from the United States, but you're not sure where exactly. When Ava mentioned the city you lived in, you didn't get it, and then you felt too embarrassed to ask again. Embarrassed, you think. Something none of you had ever felt remotely the night before. They're partying hard. No, they were pushing you aside? Screw them. You like the art of this? Yeah, it has a real interesting color palette. I like that. Who do they think they are? And they told you they were looking for new experiences? Or was it only when alcohol or weed could give them an easy excuse to do what they really wanted to do? You miss your family. You were thinking that like magenta and cyan sort of. Yeah, it's like a little past like EGA kind of stuff. A little bit more color and vibrancy. We're strong, Dora. It's hard to admit. And as a psychology student, you try not to analyze yourself. They arrived at the clearing a few minutes ago. Mike took off his clothes and ran straight into the water. You started to unbutton your pants and Ava looked you in the eyes and shook her head. Then she took her clothes off and stepped into the river. Makes you think of King's Quest. Yeah, it has that very like DOS kind of feel to it. You wonder what's going on with Ava. Is she feeling threatened? Does she think your presence puts her relationship at risk? 13,000 kilometers. How many miles do you say that was? Far from home, you wonder what you want to do with your life. Go back to your ex when you get home? Graduate and set up your own practice? Seeing the salmon had been your idea. The salmon traveled huge distances against the current to complete their reproductive cycle. Are you a salmon too? Are you a salmon too? Are you a salmon too? Who's the salmon? I'm not a salmon. You feel your pulse quicken. And a void in the pit of your stomach. Do you want to have kids? Start a family like your parents? Your grandparents? Wayne, we're all salmon. y'all being good salmon ears. I'm gonna call you salmon ears now. You look at the stones and pick up one. The bigger the size, the better the grip, the easier the movement. I'm gonna say medium stone. Oh, am I gonna wreck them with a stone? Maybe we're just skipping stones, right? I want to retry. Oh, okay, I see. I need to. No? Maybe I need to hit like directly on the stars? Okay, yeah. Nope. One. Not exactly certain what I'm supposed to be doing here. Rock murder, it's a quest for glory. Oh, maybe I need to catch it like within one set of like loops here. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Now what? Be quiet for a second. Lurk mode. Socks wants attention. Socks deserves attention. Let's get a big stone now. Let's ask why it relaxes you. You learn to make movement with a 50 peso coin. The one with San Martin, Argentina's liberator, on the side. Moving a coin between your knuckles lets you disappear into the automatic flow of the action, reducing your existence into a simple pattern of movements. Okay, so this is just like a relaxing thing. I see. Let's return to reality. Whoa, what's going on over there? It's like a second. You live like an eternity. You want to scream but can't. Oh! Just like thunder can't precede the lightning. You scream only when the light reveals what's going on. Damn. Mike's like, run! Suddenly everything speeds up. Oh, that is a cool effect. Just by like shifting like a couple pixels in like a very like sub-pixel fashion, that's really neat. Time seems to regain its normal rhythm. All that matters is whatever that is doesn't catch you. You feel like you gain a significant lead and look back. Where? The creature appears out of nowhere. All salmon. We're all salmon. A piece of your brain slides down the trunk of an old aspen in the taiga. Well, I'd be dead. You feel it getting closer. The effort quickens your breathing. With every exhale, the thoughts pile up. Shouldn't you shut down some cognitive functions? Let only the reptilian part of your brain take over? Focus on escaping whatever that is? The image of Ava assaults you like a revelation. Is it wrong to run? Would you run if someone been someone else other than Ava? Would you have done it if it was Chloe? Or your ex? Your mom? Or your dad? I see. I had to like kind of pace it with the story there. That's like a really interesting mechanic. You hide behind a tree trying to calm yourself. Like that way you're kind of like fighting between both reading and like keeping up pace with everything. Though it's probably not great if you're like really, really slow at reading. How could something like this be real? Could you be imagining it? I could look back, or I could look back. Should I look back? I think we're gonna look back. Run! Oh, I had like only a couple seconds to do that. You start running again. This time without looking back. It's like a little like thing going on in the text area. My reading is good. My reading is fine. You hear a sob nearby. I find Mike sprawled on the ground. Oh, Mike. Claudia? The branch piercing his leg points towards the treetops, as if trying to rejoin the forest. Ava, I didn't want to. You don't really know what to say to him. He's looking like he's having a bad time now. I think you catch a glimpse of shame in his eyes. But who are you to judge? You ran too. I mean, what were you gonna do? Were you gonna like turn around and suddenly undo the axe in her head? I don't know. What's the goal there? You hear a whistle. Oh, it's something warm splashes my face. I wonder what it could be. Mike's eyes, so full of questions just moments ago, spin backwards like a macabre slot machine. Mike! One by Mike. Try not to think, but you know it's impossible. Mike and Ava are dead, but you're not. You're alive! You cling to that thought. The certainty of your survival seems to awaken something primal within you. Something stronger than any monster. And you run. You run like you've never run before. More people? Who's that guy? His face here looks like The Rock. Ooh, I like that effect. Robert, Chapter 2. Ooh, interesting. So it looks like we're gonna play through different people. A few hours earlier. Rob? Are you listening? Yes, what? Oh, that was a question that I had an actual answer for. I would go for Sir Brow. Do we get to play as a murderer? I don't know. We'll find out. You know, it's not easy to fool her. It doesn't surprise you the slightest when she starts from the beginning. There's an interesting group for today's excursion. 2 college students, a documentary filmmaker, and a traveling painter. If we made them walk into the bar, it would be like one of those jokes, right? Abigail sighs with resignation. In all the years she's known you, she's heard you laugh very few times. Dang, well, serious, dude. Yeah, the colors in this are great. I wonder what like the particular palette is and like how many colors it is. It's not a lot. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 colors, 5, 6 colors. Hey, what's up, June? How's things been? I'm just chilling, playing some spooky games for the spooky season, and you know, having a good time. We just watched a bear man axe murder a couple of people, and we got away, and now we're playing someone else. You have 4 colors scare us. Let's ask about the students. Ethan and Leo, 2 students from BAU. Or BAU, probably. You already know how college students are. They see conspiracies where there's nothing but government neglect and clumsiness in the management. Hannah, a documentary filmmaker for TV. Quite the character. She wants to throw herself into one of the rapids and film it all with a camera on her helmet. What? Why? She wants what? That's what I said. The job will do you good, Rob. An awkward silence fills the space, and Abigail tries to smile. Make sure she gets to the cabin. What she does after that is her business. You know Abigail wants to help. She thinks these excursions could keep you occupied, but the truth is different. I like the painter. Look at this guy. Johan. He's here in Alaska to paint the landscapes. Can you believe he's only 3 years older than us? Nice group, huh? What if we tell them it's canceled? Why would we do that? The mustache is incredible. Yeah. I gotta gear up my mustache to that level. Abigail starts gesturing. You hear the same old arguments. It's not worth clarifying that it was a joke. Abigail enjoys playing her part. I'm going to get ready. Why is he so serious? I don't know if washing your face with that setup is great. Oh. You haven't been sleeping well for several nights. It's not just about your father's death. There's an anxiety, a struggle to put it into words. Look at me. Who the hell are you? For a moment you think the image is about to answer you. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise you if it did. There's a whole part of you don't know anything about. The W like really threw my brain off for a second there. Oh, I love this effect so much. It's so simple, but it's like just the right amount of like, I don't know, movement and dithering and like a flickering light. Why aren't you saying anything? Person in the mirror, you waiting for me to speak first? Oh, and now we're outside again. Or I guess at the front? Is everyone here? You hear a timid murmur. And ask again, raising your voice. Are we all here? Oop. Hang on 2 seconds. I think Jamie's coming in. And I Cannot.
Loud noise.
Okay, we're back at this. Sorry, J-Man came home and brought me food. And probably do a little break at next time I get to his stopping point here. Probably after Rob's story here. Hannah, the documentary filmmaker. Johan, the painter. And Leo and Ethan answer with a little more enthusiasm. That's what I like to hear. Now listen up. About the excursion, about the dangers of the excursion, about the end of the excursion. How about dangers? Sure, you don't need to remind you that Alaska is full of dangers. Cougars, rocky terrain, and of course the grizzly bears, or the grizzly bear man as we've just seen. I'm asking that we all stay cautious, pay attention to every step, and stick together. I guess we can go through all these about the excursion. The excursion is split into 2 parts. Today's part is a little easier, but not by much. Do you all have water? Good. We'll spend the first night in tents at the first shelter. The second night we'll sleep in the cabin. We'll wake up, have breakfast. After breakfast, you'll be free to do as you please. For anyone that wants to keep exploring, remember it's at your own risk. I'll take the truck back here. Anyone that wants to join me, the return trip is on us. But keep in mind these hikes are only possible with everyone's help. I'm sure you have questions. There'll be time to answer them on the way. What's with that, like, creepy toothy smile? You smile. But your smile is just a specific configuration of the muscles around your mouth. Though you talked about the dangers of the excursion, you chose to leave out the recent disappearances. And the rumors you heard in town. Oh, do we got a kitty? Oh, it's a Luna cat. Hi, Luna cat. Whistleblower. Everyone was in each other's sheets back then. Sometimes even literally. The CIA owes a lot to the U.S. Army. How much do you know about Dr. Morales? It's always the same with informants. It's like doing a cannonball into a pool. When you hit the water, your body pushes it out, creating a void. And informant's words are like the water, rushing to fill that void and splashing everywhere. Morales is a Spanish scientist, a disciple of Dr. Delgado. Morales ran one of MK Ultra's sub-programs. He wasn't so interested in LSD or sleep deprivation. He specialized in brain microcontrollers, just like his mentor. But Morales' experiments were far more ambitious. The army sent soldiers to Morales. Soldiers reported as missing in action. Oh, that's spooky. MIA, as they call it. Morales would crack their heads open in the operating room. to implant his microcontrollers. I don't know about this guy. MK Ultra mention. You haven't heard a single word since the interview began. You always find it funny that they call you the interviewer at the agency. Questions aren't your sharpest weapon. It's the silence. Oh, Luna. Luna just like flopped behind me. Okay, we hit chapter 3. I'm gonna take a little break so I can eat some food real quick here. He knew the Grizzly Man is Illuminati. But yeah, I'm gonna take a quick food break here, and then we'll get back to it. Let me just get things switched over really quick here. Oh, and I gotta pause the timer. Don't let me forget to unpause the timer. There we go. Okay, I'll be back in just a short here. Just gonna munch down some food. Stay cozy, get a drink, take a little break, stretch, do all your things, and we'll be back. Hi friends, I'm back. Oops, I messed up my audio settings a little bit. Hopefully that's okay. Let's get back over into the game here. There we go. It's time for chapter 3. Oh, my controller disconnected in that time. Hang on. Okay, we're back in business. There we go, Robert. Wait a second. You slow your pace. I noticed Johan's impatient gesture. Why are you so impatient, Johan? I like the little like specular highlights on Johan's glasses is really cool. Johan doesn't seem to tolerate the documentary filmmaker too much. Quick, challenge them to a duel. It's time to duel. You know, Johan is a painter. And you wonder if it's a matter of chemistry. Or if it has to do with Hannah's need to meditate every experience through the lens of her camera. Mediate, sorry, not meditate. That's it. What do you think? Helmet seems fine. Helmet's ingenious. Does it actually work? Hannah smiles. The design is mine and a friend's. We maximize the space. I don't know if you've seen other helmets. They're usually bulkier. Can you imagine if we wore helmets like this one at the uni parties? Leo busts out laughing and punches Ethan in the shoulder. Well, they really are just doofy college kids, huh? Watch where you step. I want to show you something. How many times have you made this same journey? Have you witnessed other migrations in that time that you don't remember? You notice the sky suddenly darken and think of Jamie, your father. If Jamie were here, he'd remind you of the pathetic fallacy. That literary device where the weather seems to react, reflecting on what's happening inside the character. Jamie always talked about his books. What else could a widowed man over 65 do in Alaska besides read and drink? You shake your head and push away certain images. And if there's any truth to the damn pathetic fallacy, the clouds should clear with that gesture. Look down there. Hannah, Johan, Ethan, and Leo approach the cliff's edge. They spot 4 grizzly bears waiting in the river. The salmon migration is a key event for grizzlies. Look at them grizzly bears. They need plenty of fat to hibernate. And survive the winter. I wonder if like some of the spots like this are like digitized photos, or if it's all just like hand drawn. Because like some of it has like a little bit of a digitized look to it, which is kind of interesting. It gives it kind of that like really rough look to it. Salmon is a rich source of energy and high-fat food. especially for the females who carry the eggs. What's with the morose lighting in that picture here for Rob? The river's position is crucial. The strong males claim the best locations. The females, where the salmon are easiest to catch. The river. Heavy breathing. That's why he's like... The younger bears and females with cubs push to be less favorable areas. As a constant battle to secure the top spot. A roar shakes the Alaskan sky. Anyone could mistake it for thunder from the approaching storm. But the earth-shaking sound comes from one of the oldest bears in the area. Oh heck, bear battle! Preparing to defend his spot in the river. Oh, the spooky music like light coming in. The fight only lasts a few seconds, but that doesn't make it any less brutal. The oldest bear retreats defeated. What happens next? Bear versus bear. Heaven or hell, let's fight. You know, most of them manage to adapt. They find a new spot to fish. But what about the few that don't make it? What other choice do they have? Do you know that when bears fight, they exert so much force that they end up shitting themselves? I wasn't expecting that. Johan bursts into laughter with Leo and Hannah joining in, barely able to hold it together. Even though Ethan admits it was a good one, he's still surprised by the group's reaction. Could there be more to that laughter than just a reaction to a well-timed comment? Unaware with what's happening with the group, you can't help but wonder who the glasses you found earlier among the river stones belong to. A chill runs down your spine. Will you ever know what attacked you in the woods all those years ago? Oh shit. That's why he's got the intense face. Look at that serious stare. No matter how hard you try. You have no memory before Jamie found you. Robert, are you okay? You force a smile. Come on. We're close to the shelter. Oh, I love the lighting. The lighting is so good. I just launched my... Ooh, we're in Robert chapter 4. Ooh, look at that good campfire. It's ablazing. Also, I wonder if that thing about the bears is true. Or if it's just like... for jokes. The fire brings two simultaneous and contradictory sensations. Yeah, look at that wood chunk chuck. Just whoo. The first is a sense of safety. The beasts stay away from the flames. And the chill of the night feels absurd when wrapped in the fire's warmth. The second sensation is more complicated. Beyond the circle of light cast by the fire, it feels like nothing exists. But within it, the presence of others becomes almost unbearable. It's not their stories about the past that bother you. It's your inability to share your own. Rob's got some trauma going on. My dude needs some therapy. After your father's death, it took you forever to return to his house. The idea to sort through some belongings paralyzed you. Maybe losing your memory made new memories feel heavier. You left the chest for last. You always thought you'd find something embarrassing. Maybe a photo, or some questionable erotic pulp novel. How you would have laughed if he'd hidden something like that. But no. You found none of it. Inside was a letter addressed to you, and alongside it, a white shirt and a black suit. In the letter, your father described the morning 12 years ago when he found you in the woods. The night before, he dreamed of Amelia, her wife. She'd been gone for years. In the dream, Amelia stood in the clearing in the woods, trying to soothe the crying child in her arms. Jamie woke up, he had a coffee with a splash of whiskey and set off walking. He knew exactly where he was headed. He reached the clearing and found you, your head resting in a pool of blood. Jamie rushed you and found you still had a pulse, rushed to you and found that you still had a pulse. So he carried you back to the cabin and cared for you. What he never told you was that on that morning, you were dressed entirely in black. A dark suit and a white shirt. He kept it from you because everyone in town knew the stories about the men in black. You didn't respond for a month. When you finally recovered, you couldn't remember anything, not even your name. Jamie called you Robert, and the name Amelia had chosen back when they still believed they'd have a child. But Amelia had fallen ill when she was young and had to remove her uterus. Later they considered adoption, but time passed. Amelia died. Jamie was left alone. He would have never had a child, or so he thought. Until a dream where his late wife showed him to a crying baby in the clearing. Oh, that's spooky. Are we cursed? Yes, we are cursed. The letter ended with Jamie apologizing to you. In the dream, the baby was crying. And no matter how hard Amelia tried, she couldn't calm it down. Did I do the right thing, son? Or would you have preferred something else? Dang. What was the other option? Just leave you in the woods? The question echoes in your head. Would you have preferred something else? The fire crackles and your eyes start to water. You take advantage of others looking at Ethan to quickly wipe your eyes. Want to hear a scary story? Yeah. You force a smile and answer almost without thinking. All yours, Ethan. So, I wonder what Rob has to do with the informant then, and how this all kind of ties together. You're thankful for the college student in the group. You'd rather hear any horror story than have them start sharing personal details of their lives. The one about the frogs! Leo points at his friend over and over. Ethan's going to be a bestseller, mark my words. Ethan waves Leo off and settles into his spot. This is a story of St. Olmos, the town that sucked down 10,000-year-old toads. The young writer pauses. He knows the title's solid, and he smiles as he notices the group waiting for him to continue. Pardon me, I'm extra phlegmy today, and oh, you know what? I forgot to turn the timer back on. I just realized this. Sorry about that. And we didn't lose too much. The rest worked at the bar, or on the fields, or at the police station. St. Almost had one teacher and 2 nurses. No religious representatives, and the 3 mine discoverers. Oh, mine discoverers. That's a awkward sentence. Made all the decisions for the town. Beto, Chico, and Ruben. The coal mines turned these 3 young pioneers into millionaires. After 15 years, St. Almost had a population of 133 and one of the highest per capita incomes in the country. Chico organized work at the mine. When they came across a hard wall in one of the main veins, Chico was the one who set the charges and detonated them. What happened next would change the town's history forever. Well, let's keep listening. We'll hear the rest of the story. After the explosion, Chico went to the hole left up in the hard wall. Some fat, bumpy toads jumped out in all directions and started croaking. Chico screamed for order and told them to catch the toads without hurting them. Yeah, think of the toads. Toads are pretty great. Eat all the bugs. When he returned to meet Beto and Ruben, Chico had 23 toads in a big cardboard box. Chico told them what happened in the mine, and Beto said it couldn't be. It was impossible for the toads to survive all this time. Could they have not survived and ate bugs and stuff in the I don't know, random caves of the mine? I don't understand. Chico opened the box and let them see for themselves. Ruben, who had always been the most impulsive of the 3, grabbed one of the toads and brought it close to his face. He looked at the colored bumps on its skin, and something that seemed to take over him. He sucked it. Why are you sucking toads, man? And sucked. I don't like this. Ruben dropped the toad and put his hands on his head. He started naming all 133 people of St. Almost in alphabetical order, and when he finished, he reached into the box and pulled out another toad. He sucked it and handed it to Beto. What? Chico grabbed Beto's arm and told him no. But Beto sucked it anyway. This is like toad drugs? Chico tried to grab the toad from his hand, but Ruben appeared from behind and struck him in the neck with the butt of the revolver. What the heck? Chico woke up several hours later. He didn't know where he was and slowly began to remember. In the streets, he noticed that almost everyone had a fat toad in their hands, sucking on it. Chico ran to the police station. The armory was open, but he didn't find anything. He tried to calm himself. He heard screams coming from the bar and went to see what was happening. The whole town seemed to have gone mad. There was no other explanation. 132 people formed a chain heading to the east side of the mine. They all worked together in an invisible enterprise while alternatively sucking those ancient fat toads. Chico followed them until they stopped. 5 stone idols formed a circle. The crowd began to crowd into the figure made by the idols. The idols shone in broad daylight, and 132 inhabitants of St. Almost vanished in an instant. Chico managed to grab a fat toad that fell from a woman's hand as she disappeared. Alone and on edge, he started sucking the toad. Sucked and sucked. I don't like this. He collapsed to the ground, unable to hold back his tears. He kept sucking until nightfall and lost all touch with reality. Too much toad drugs, man. Too much toad drugs. The toad had stopped croaking a long time ago. A week later, a group of explorers found Chico's corpse, clutching a toad with both hands. A fat toad whose eyes had popped out, and its inside had spilled out from its mouth. Oh, we have a Luna Cat again. Hi, Luna Cat. What? Hi, Bippy. Sorry, I had to stop to pet a kitty. Keep hoping Luna's gonna, like, come up and join me, but she is not yet. Anyway, a fat toad whose eyes had popped out and its insides had spilled out from its mouth. What? You know what? The explorer's map didn't show any town called St. Olmos. So... What? I'm confused. It's so good. Ethan clasps his hands together, praying and smiles. You wonder what your father would think of Ethan's story. Maybe Ethan's mistake is hanging out with people like Leo. People that praise everything he does. Got other stories. Also, this game is filled with good faces. A lot of good faces. Beavers that built a dam with bones from an old Indian cemetery. An old woman who carves miniature reproductions of the townspeople from the wood of the oldest trees in the taiga. It creates unexpected butterfly effects with every moment of her knife. A goat whose bleat lures mountaineers and causes them to fall from the cliffs. Tell them about the siren thing. Is it Greek? Yes! Siren and goat share the same etymological... Wow, I can't say that word. My brain is just like... shutting off. Origin in Greek. I've got several manuscripts in my backpack with my stories. Why is he just carrying all the stories? That's a weird thing to carry around. Generous audience, it could be worse. That was my my Steam achievement for listening to the story. You're about to apologize and head to bed when you notice Hannah rummaging through her things. At a film festival, I met a young filmmaker who makes horror movies. His name's not important. Hannah smiles lightly to the side. Ethan looks at Hannah with interest. The young student seems to have realized it's time to be quiet. Remember one of the things your dad used to say, good storyteller knows when to listen. Who knows, you think? Maybe Ethan has a future as a writer. This filmmaker was obsessed with a type of solitaire that only sociopaths play. Uh-oh, we're getting a Luna Cat. Come here, Bubba. Hey. You gonna come visit? Or are you just gonna sniff around? You coming on my lap? Yeah, okay. Hey. Here, we'll get a little mini kitty break here. Let's switch to camera mode really quick. We'll see if we can actually get Luna going on cam here. Here's a Luna Cat. Say hi, baby. Who's a good kitty? Luna's a good kitty. I love you, Bubba. She's gonna just come and hang out with me. She's my chunky baby. He's such a good kitty. Look at that happy kitty face. You want to give it a purse for everyone? I don't know if anyone can hear the purrs or not. But she's definitely purring really loud. Musical kitty. Okay. We'll get back to the story here. Uh-oh. There we go. I thought I screwed up my camera again. You can hear the purrs? Yes! We'll have some subtle purring alongside of our spooky story here. Separate from Lunacat, this filmmaker was obsessed with this type of solitaire that only sociopaths play. So you want me to teach you? Should we listen about the? Let's listen about this solitaire. When you're in 3D. Oh, what is this? Instructions. The goal of solitaire is to make as many cuts as possible. I think you also win if you order each suit from king to ace. But that's much harder. Anyway, you have to make cuts trying to match the goal of each pile. The difference in the cut, whether you're short or have extra, that difference in each pile has to be greater than or equal to the card you flip over for each of these piles. I know, it sounds complicated. Yes, it does. But I assure you it's very simple once you get the hang of it. Okay, let's cut left. Boop. 27. So we need something equal on the other side. 8. That's not great. I lose. We'll give this another shot. Deal this up. I like that there's like a little card game in here. Go left. Eat. I'm not sure about the like where I'm cutting, if that has any real bearing on this. Nice. I lost, I guess. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna win this. This looks very difficult. You wave to the group and tell them not to stay up too late. They need to be rested for tomorrow. Could all the stories you've heard about the Men in Black be true? You think about Ethan and feel envious. When a writer doesn't know something, they just make it up. I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of writing you're doing. Whoa, trippy mode. See some skeletons in there. And some fish. Ooh, it's Grizzly Man time. Where? The eggs. Orange. Dirty. Dirty. Soft. MK Ultra. Uh-oh. How much? How much? How much? How much what? Dirty. Dirty. The river. Where? This is really trippy. All salmon. Orange. Soft. All salmon. So was he treating those people in the first part like salmon then? Ooh, it's Johan's turn. Well, welcome to Johan's story, chapter 5. The art world has... Ooh! Hey, what's up, Dave? How'd the rest of your stream go? I am Johan. You do have Johan energy. Did you get any more goals done in UFO 50? Ooh, and I lost a Luna. Thanks for the raid, Dave. I really appreciate it. Everybody, if you dig on the UFO 50 or just beautiful Dave, you should go check out Dave and his major goal of absolutely 100%ing UFO 50, because it's admirable, and UFO 50 is just great. Goes all right. You got a PB in Star Wasper. You beat up a big worm in Grimstone. Rage quit on Campanella too. Okay. It sounds like it was productive regardless. It was a pretty good productivity stream. How far did you get in Star Wasper? You did manage to secure the party house cherry, so pretty decent. Yeah. Congrats also. Once again. Still can't get past Wave 3. Yeah, Wave 3 is so hard. I think I've gotten past Wave 3 once, maybe. It's rough. So tonight we've been playing Grizzly Man, which you're currently looking at. It's kind of a adventure story with like a couple little action elements, little quick time stuff, and depending on what's going on, a little bit of intensity. Really cool palette, and I don't know, just good vibes. We're at chapter 5 currently. The first chapter, we played a group where they were getting, well, a bunch of them got killed by the Grizzly Man, and then one of them ran away and was chased by the Grizzly Man and then ran away after everyone else got killed. And then the other chapters have gone through, there's a tour guide and a group of different people that wanted to see this area in Alaska by the salmon runs. Johan, that we're just getting into his story. He's an artist, and I think he wanted to come out here to paint something, maybe. And that's about where we're at right now. Apparently he thinks the art world has gone crazy. Critics talk about action painting. What is action painting? Jackson Pollock throws the canvas on the ground and paints whatever comes to him. I mean, I guess that's action painting. Accident, gravity, the gesture. They don't realize the guy never leaves his studio to paint. The first time I saw a painting by Johann Christian Dahl, I was 7. The painting was called Stormy Sea. How could you not be fascinated by something like that? The foam against the rocks, the boat battling the waves, the 2 people watching from the top of the cliff. But of course, Dahl cheats in this painting. He tells the story with all the elements in the scene. There's something artificial about the composition. My favorite painting by Dahl is Norwegian Mountain Landscape. The curves of the mountain formations The mist, the water. You wish you and Johan luck. Yeah, Johan might. Well, we'll see if he has a bad time or if he makes it out. We've already died once in the first chapter, so we'll see. There's probably more death. No human presence at all. Well, look at them eyes. Except for the one who painted it. This is such a cool scene with like how the colors are used. I like the animation's like simple but really effective. There's something about that fresh perspective that draws me in. Something outside of time. Painting in nature, in solitude. Becoming one with the elements. And fading out on the other side of the brush. I like paintings with descriptive titles. Stormy sea or Norwegian mountain landscape. It's funny. Pollock even used numbers to name his works. That way his title wouldn't influence any interpretation. Using a number as a title for a painting. Are they so afraid of your figuration? Afraid that the audience won't see what they want to see when they paint? Or maybe they're afraid they can't paint what they see. Whoa, tribute mode. You feel a certain lightness. As if suddenly you can control the actions that has changed. Whoa. Right up, down, move. Enter action button to paint, erase. Escape for more options. What? He really is an artist. Oops. So I haven't really done one of these in a long time. I don't remember exactly how these work. And I really don't understand like the numbers on the board. Anyone got any thoughts on this? That's how I feel. Because there's like extra numbers here. Is it go? Yeah, like I'm not sure if it wants me to paint around these numbers. No, you mean it? I don't know Go, so. Like I could just paint around the numbers. guess if I did it that way, this probably wouldn't make sense there. Instructions. Oh, the numbers on the left on the top side of the grid indicate groups of adjacent painted cells. For example, 1, 1, 1, 2 in a row means there are 4 groups of painted cells in that row. The first 3 groups have 1 cell each, and the 4th group has 2 cells. The numbers above the grid show me how many cells are painted according to the clue's position. I don't understand that. Numbers above the grid show how many cells are painted according to the clue's position. If a clue is between 4 cells, it means there are that many painted cells between those 4. Well, hey, the confusion is they're unnerving. It really is. Likewise, a clue can span 2 cells. Okay, so this means that, hang on. So there's 4. Is it like Minesweeper? I wish I was like Minesweeper. So I think this means there's 1 cell in all of this that that it uses. And this, the number above means there's 4 cells that are connected. So there's like 2. Okay, the top one has 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm guessing. You like these kind of puzzles? Help. I'm gonna like clear out all of these that I had. So if there's 2 here, that means this is probably the last 2. And if there's 2 here and 2 here, because then there's 4. Because there's none here. This is like 2, 2, and 4. So it would be like 2, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. At least I'm guessing. This one's 1 and 4. So the 1 is probably here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, because this is 0 and that's 0. You think doing 3 across will help? But what do you mean by 3 across? One, three, three, two. You already have the bottom 2. Oh, I see, I see. So you want me to do this row. And then... So it would be like... something like that, maybe? 1, 3, 3, 2. Yeah, okay. This is probably the same as like 1, because that requires 4, and this will require 4, and this will require 4. So this would be like 1. So that I'm guessing this is probably like that because it's 1, 2, 2, 1. Yeah, it looks like a little skull guy. Yeah, yeah. This is 3 down. So this is probably the 1. So it's probably like that. So then that would be like 1 and 1. And then this column would be 1, 1, 2. At least I'm guessing. Maybe not. It's probably like that then. And these are all 1s, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the other one is probably the other 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think the mouth is a little zigzag. So this probably connects like that. This is 2, 2, 4, 1, 2, 1. Oh, I'm missing here. Okay, what am I missing here? 4, 1, 2, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1. I'm missing 1 in this row. It's probably here? Yeah. Because that requires 3. Hang on. This row is 1, 3. Oh, 1, 1, 1. So it's probably this one then. Because this is 1, 2, 3, 1. Where's the 2? Maybe 2's like this? Ah, I got it. Read your mind. Okay, we did the puzzle. We're puzzling. You stop for a moment to contemplate your work. So, what about seeing the waterfall? Was like, you gotta draw a skull, man. Oh. The appearance leaves you stunned. Completely unable to move. You think about Bruno Lillefort's paintings? Another artist who left a mark on you. Now I want to look up all the artists that like is his jam to get what kind of person he is. And you remember all those hares he painted being attacked by different predators. One of the most recurring themes in his work. A thought spirals in your mind. I like the Grizzly Man. It's just a really cool design. If both appearance and you were part of the subject of a painting, who's on the other side of the canvas now? Generate central nervous system order. Run or recognize threat. What should we do, friends? I feel like run is not going to work. Should we recognize the threat, maybe? I feel like generate central nervous system order just doesn't seem... Well, I guess maybe that's like saying that you need to like reset yourself. Also, the music is cool here. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a shot. Why would you need to generate an order from your central nervous system? You don't have the time to answer that question. Ooh. Well, that was the wrong choice. You looked at Bruno Lillefort's and it's pretty interesting. You expected more freaky, but it's sort of like a blurring of reality combining with abstract wildlife paintings. Interesting. Your head stops spinning with your nose stuck between some rocks. Well, home run was the achievement I got. Let's recognize the threat. The first step is recognizing you're in danger. Well, let's cheese it. Nope. I guess not. Yes, I recognize I'm in danger. Now let's generate. Now your brain can generate the order. Oh, so this is like completely like one by one steps in your head happening in the moment. And now we can run. And you run. You run as fast as you can. I love this frame. It's so good. Just that like wee. The canvas is left behind. Oh, no one will ever be able to see our cool skull. Oh, look at that face. That's cool. The distance separates the art from the artist. What follows is a phenomenon you've experienced before. The painting condenses the action into a single image. Outside of the painting, everything seems excessive. The singular becomes multiple, and the self an infinite echo of your past. The poker boosts the lightning speed. Oh, I got shreked. When the creature manages to pull the weapon from your body, blood pours out urgently, like someone reclaiming their freedom. Justice hits hard. Oh, I see. I gotta dodge. The blow came dangerously close. Oh, your poor jacket. This is a fascinating thing. This game is really cool. It's so unique. I was reading, I think this is part of a series. Like, I think there's multiples of these. But I don't know how, like, they're connected. But close to what? What's the limit of what you think you are? Is there more than one self? That self you believe you identify with. You think again about Lefor's hairs. Were they all the same hair? Hairs about to die in the claws of a bird? Victims of a fox's bite? Or maybe a poker. Why not? I feel like attack is gonna get me killed. You love the way that Johan is just philosophizing in the middle of a slasher scene. Let's do some dots. Stay still, staring like one of the hairs. Oh, nope, that was not the right answer. Wrecked. The death scenes are really cool, how this is like all portrayed. The poker's blades cuts through your sternum, poking out between your interpictoral groove. My achievement was human brochette. Let's try running. Start running again. This time you don't get far. Oh. I guess attack was the correct answer. I'm apparently bad at choosing Johan's I don't know, actions here. I love that boot. Give him the boot. There's something timeless about the image of those hairs. Something that updates with every confrontation. So many sweet faces. Good faces, the game. Let's check my right pocket. Ooh, I got pencil. Nope. Not fast enough. Blood hits the taiga floor. You think you can hear a melody just before you die. Okay, let's struggle. Try to struggle with it. Nope. Shoot, I forgot to look what that, let's check the left pocket. Have we checked the right pocket? Stab with pencil. Oh, I wasn't fast enough. Okay. Hang on. Let's check left pocket, right pocket, stab with pencil. Ooh, yeah. Struggle. Try to struggle with it. Nope. Left pocket, right pocket, stab with pencil, jump to cliff. Oh, that's a sweet scene. That's cool. Sploosh. You finally understand what draws your attention to the hairs in Lefor's work. The repetition is an illusion, because what repeats itself can always be experienced as something new. this philosophical art thought as you're trying to escape with your life is wild. Save art. That was my achievement. Well, you're going back to Robert. That was sick. Yeah. Once you get into the action and the stuff, it gets really interesting. None of you heard anything? What do you expect? After smoking that stuff you gave us, and the paranoia. That was because what Ethan said about the disappearances. What about playing slasher solitaire? I don't know. Anyway, I slept like a log afterwards. New disappearances during the salmon migration. You can't deny that's a good hook. You think so? I already have buyers for my documentary. Apparently I'm thinking about burgers. You think running rapids is more interesting than disappearances? Didn't you get anything I told you yesterday? How do you expect me to understand? Your joint completely messed us up. I'm gonna do something in first person that's never been done before. Maybe it's die in first person. Is novelty enough? Hey! You decide to interrupt them. They've been talking too much already. You remember your father sitting in the rocking chair, a glass of whiskey in his hand and an open book on his lap. Few writers managed to define secondary characters with just a few lines of dialogue. It's nobody's fault Johann disappeared. What matters now is figuring out where he went. You still can't understand it. How does this painter manage to get up and leave camp without waking you? The tracks are still fresh. Shouldn't be hard to find him. When you search the cliff, you start to worry. You notice a second set of tracks and some variation in the depths that disturb the disturbed earth. You scratch your head. If it weren't for the second set of tracks being human, you'd swear Johann was running from a predator. Dun dun! What the hell? What, did you find something? You look at the mark on the tree trunk and try to piece the scene together. Oh, for fuck's sake. What is Ethan? Damn it. Why isn't anyone answering me? Will you chill out already? I just stepped in shit, that's all. That's a shitty situation. That's a good poop stomp. You hear the roar in the sky and find yourself thinking about Jamie again. Is your dad up there following everything that's happening like he did when he read his books in the rocking chair? You always wondered what he read so much when all he did was complain about everything. Better head back to the camp. It's nearly impossible to follow the trail now, and the rain's only going to make this worse. What about Johann? Something happened to him, didn't it? Let's go back to camp. Come on. Leo shrugs. Ethan doesn't want to waste any time before starting to walk. The sky looks like it's about to crash down on them as they jog back, trying not to trip on the way. The last thing you need is for someone to twist an ankle. Hannah! Did Johann come back? Hannah shakes her head. Whoa. That's trippy. I thought he'd be with you. No, Robert called off the search. So now what, Robert? What's the plan, huh? You gonna lurk? Have a good lurk? Maybe get some good food if you're, that's what you're doing? You try to calm yourself down, but the weather isn't helping. You think back to the pathetic fallacy. How the clouds can't bear with the burden any longer. And finally burst. You think I enjoy organizing these hikes? You think I like spending time with strangers out in the middle of nowhere? Do you want to know why I do it? Do you? Because my father, who wasn't really my father, died and left me with the debts so big that if I don't pay them, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. Had some split pea soup. Ooh, I haven't had a good split pea soup in so long. Oh, I hope you really enjoy that then. Oh, so good. I want some good soup. Maybe that's something I gotta do here soon. Ooh, Robert just clocked him. You take a deep breath. That's why I do it. Who the hell do you think you are? You know about the disappearances. Are you okay, Ethan? Hannah looks at you and it's hard to meet her gaze. You knew you shouldn't have snapped. Ethan's right. Something's happening. It's got nothing to do with you. Where does that constant need to feel like the protagonist come from? Where are you going? Do I really need to spell it out? Ethan and Leo walk off a little. Their voice is too low for you to hear. Why did you react like that with Ethan? You know you're mad at your father. And that they'd give anything to hug him again. Go find him. Plead waited for the storm to pass, but he went anyway. The scream chills you to the bone. Uh-oh. The hell was that? Ethan! Who is another good set of faces here? Oh shit! You first heard the name Grizzly Man in a bar in Fairbanks. Like so many other tales from this region. It was thought to be the invention of some bored drunks with too much time on their hands. After the Trans-Alaska pipeline system was finished, a lot of people were left jobless. Sure, disappearances happened, but there was plenty of explanations. Tourists who underestimated the dangers of Alaska's terrain, animal attacks, but nothing like this. Grizzly Man's got good faces. Grizzly Man felt like something ripped straight out of one of your father's books. Books he claimed were full of mistakes, cliches, shallow character development that he still couldn't put down. Everyone's salmon. Let me go, you son of a bitch. We just doing a little struggle hug. Wonder if I need to go all the way. Let me go. Tried to pull Leo away from the scene. Look at me. Ethan's dead. There's nothing we can do. The creature in the body had vanished. We need to get the truck out of here. Oh shit, we're back to the whistleblower here. In 1973, Helms ordered everything to be burned. But some people would never abandon their experiments, no matter what, with or without political support. The Alaskan taiga is full of clandestine research facilities. The timeline there is murky. The units Morales supplied to the Bureau handled the dirty work, clearing out buildings, making arrests, ensuring the locals didn't know too much. But some of those units never came back. Is that like Rob? Some say that one of the MK Ultra scientists is still active in Alaska, experimenting with a chemical variant of LSD we have no official record of. Do you know why LSD is so important to governments? Peace, happiness, unity, and all that good stuff? Oh. I had to select that. Because when everything goes to shit, you need a happy community. It doesn't matter if it's artificial. You need them to be happy and obedient, to rebuild society. Oh shit, it's time for Hannah. You ran. You saw that thing tearing into Ethan's guts and you ran. Oh, I like the little like recording area all around. That's a cool little touch. The night before, you smoked with Ethan and Liu, and they stayed up talking about what they each wanted for their future. Ethan wanted to write novels, have them adapted into movies, but he also wanted to be praised by the critics, by his peers. Leo, you're not so certain what he wanted because he didn't say much, mostly just listened. Though you suspect anything would do for him as long as he could be close to Ethan. And you? What do you want? Do you still want to be the well-known documentarian, traveling from festival to festival like you once said? He traveled to shoot a first-person documentary on running on some of Alaska's rapids. You'd find a river where risk of running into a grizzly bear was minimal. Then you'd edit the footage to sell that risk. Documentary realism was the perfect disguise. A fiction that hides its true nature to sell itself as something else. But now fiction is chasing you, instead of facing it. Pointed the camera in the other direction. What the? What would we find? You try to steady your breath. Step into the foyer of a strange building, the taiga. I would not step in to the strange random building, but you know. Let's examine the lever. It looks like one of those levers that controls the power supply. We're levering up. Ha! It's gonna be tough to move. Ah. Ah. Lever's halfway there. We almost got it levered. Ah! Oops. Oh no, I accidentally entered the door. There we go. You hear the sound of a generator somewhere in the strange building. Let there be light. And there was light. You don't know where the idea comes from, but it's so simple it surprises you. Like someone came from the future to tell you something the urgency of the present had kept hidden. You set the helmet down on a dusty table pointing at the door. You've always wanted to tell stories in your own unique way. Your point of view. To let others step into your world. And to share the experience. Hey, like we're doing right now. On twitch.tv. But this idea feels different. A kind of cinema where the lens never moves. A fixed camera that sees everything. It could be lying on the floor or resting on a table. You nod and smile. You're sure onto something new. Maybe in a whole new genre. Someday someone will find that camera. And they watch everything like a god looking down from above. Uh-oh. Not lifting a finger to save you or anyone. Well, we're not get saved today. She got bear hugged. Let's use the cable. Maybe when the cable's closer to you. Let's try to break free. Nope. The cuts aren't meant to be precise. Oof. That's brutal. And you die in unbearable pain. Brutal surgeon. That's our current achievement. Also, my camera like went out of focus again. Hang on, let's see if we can get a refocus. Come on, refocus for me, please, please. Nope. Maybe. Come on. reset this camera real quick here. Boop. Oh, there we go. We're back. We're good. Yeah, I don't know why my camera like tweaks out sometimes. Eventually I got a better camera, but that's fine. Okay, let's struggle this time. Oh, I got zapped. Electricity surges through you with the intensity of vision. Oh man. And you see that nothing exists beyond the experience. Okay, so I need to maybe try to break free first? No? Okay, maybe I need to use the cable. Oh, there we go. Oh, you know what? I had to time it when the cable was closest. I see. Grizzly Man got a zap. Oh, Grizzly Man stole the camera. Save films. We're gonna save everybody. At least everybody we can. Sorry, Ethan. Ooh, it's Robert's turn again. I need you to calm down. Before you picked him up off the floor, Theo said he didn't want to keep walking. Did you see what he did to Ethan? It was like he was digging through his guts, like it was looking for a pair of socks in a drawer or something. You don't know whether to laugh or slap him. I don't know where Hannah's gone, but I'm done babysitting all of you. You're all adults now, and you know what you're doing. You want to say more, but you choose to stay quiet. After all, Leo is still in shock from what happened to Ethan. And you? Why don't your hands shake or your pulse raise like Leo's? Have you seen worse things in your past that you don't remember? There's a phone in the cabin. You can come with me, or you can take your chances with that crazy guy in the bear costume. Start walking, but a growl stops you dead in your tracks. Ooh, it's a bear. You recognize it instantly. It's the same old male bear from yesterday who lost his spot in the river to a younger one. Uh-oh. Listen to me for a second. Look at them bear eyes. We speak in whispers, with slow gestures. You know the grizzly can read any sudden movement as a threat. There's something in the animal's gaze that moves you. You're not sure what it is. Certain sadness. Like a giant bear knows something that goes beyond its own existence. The thought fascinates you. Like everything else that happens to you, you blame your father for it. Even though you don't remember anything about your past, you clearly recall every argument about his books. You were never much of a reader. Reading bored you. And if you ever listened to Jamie talk about his books, it was only because you wanted to spend time with the old man. Even if he slurred his words and fell asleep in the middle of rambling thought. Most crime writers use it. The red herring, we've talked about this, son. You can picture Jamie next to you pointing at the bear. You hold back the urge to reach out and tell him how much you miss him. If this were a detective story, the old bear would be the red thread that offers the most obvious solution to the readers. The old bear would be the one behind the disappearances, and not some crazy guy with a poker gutting his victims like a salmon. Take a deep breath and close your eyes. Life isn't a detective novel. It's something else. And the main thing is to survive. Just what your father didn't do. Leo, for fuck's sake. The bear charges towards you. You move too soon, and the old bear adjusts his charge. Oh, your guts fly out of your body with the same instinctive force as a salmon swimming upstream in Alaska. Reese's and pieces. You jump just in time. The pain floods your body with the urgency of an inexperienced lover. Look at that bear paw. Oh. Well, bye, Leo. Almost unable to move. You watch the old bear gut the student. Well, Leo, you should have paid attention and not freaked out. Everything Leo had been is reduced to the sum of his parts. You try to put distance between the old bear and yourself. How much blood have you lost already? The last strength you have, you try to make a tourniquet. Oh, you lose consciousness. Cling to a present you'll never experience again. Flowing blood. Let's try to make a tourniquet again. There we go. I see. Sometimes I'm not like fast enough realizing what I need to do in each of these sections. At least it like kicks you back right there, and you can kind of decide what you want to do with it all. Like if you want to like just keep going or retry. Also, this makes me wonder like how many like different diverging paths there are depending on what you're doing, like when you're just continuing versus like letting someone die. The tourniquet stops the bleeding. Sleep finally overcomes you, and you surrender to the mysteries of unconsciousness. Is it trip time? Or is it next story time? Ooh, it's whistleblower time. Let's go. Listen up, because you're not going to believe this. U.S. Army hands over soldiers reported as MIA to Dr. Morales. Morales implants microcontrollers in them and transforms them. Into what? Can you guess? Into Men in Black. Dun dun! Get it? From MIA to MIB. There's the third kind. MICs, which probably why we were here, right? MICs are the missing in control. They're MIBs whose microcontrollers from Dr. Morales stopped working. I can't help but laugh at how obsessed the government is with acronyms. MIA, MIB, MIC. What are they gonna come up with next? MID? Ha ha ha. Oh, sorry. Anyway, a lot of people are hunting down MICs. MICs know too much. You don't say a word. You already know how important it would be to have an MIC on the team. Robert, Chapter 9. How's everybody doing? Enjoying the game? Enjoying the story? Am I going through this at a decent pace? You don't know how much time has passed. Oh, that's a morose face. It's hard to make out the signals when everything feels like it's underwater. You don't know much about myths. Hey, welcome on in. If you're just popping by, we're playing Grizzly Man. We are one of the few survivors of the Grizzly Man, and we took a bear shot to the a bear slash to or leg, I think, and we just kind of passed out, and now we're like in like delirious state. What you know through that father, what your father used to tell you. But you're sure Narcissus must have felt something like this when he saw his own reflection on the surface of the lake. Oh, this is the girl from the beginning. So when anybody that didn't catch the start, this girl was attacked by the Grizzly Man. The people that she knew were killed, and she just like ran away. So this is like matching up with what's going on later on. It is a very trippy looking game. A very cool color palette and like interesting like little animations and stuff like that. And there's like little like action scenes that are kind of like connect in with everything when something's going on. It's very cool. Ah, are you okay? Though you try, you can't form an answer. I lose consciousness again. Well, the Lith Sun. Hi, Burwonk. How you doing? Watching me on the little screen while you watch baseball on the big screen. Hope it's a good baseball game. If anyone has any questions about like where we're at currently in the story and stuff like that, like feel free. I know everyone's been kind of back and forth between lurking and like just popping in or whatnot. And we're currently in chapter 9, and I don't know how many chapters there are and how long this will go. Hey, nice to see you as well. Hope things have been well. Sorry I haven't caught you in a hot minute. The river of Hades, where the dead drink to forget the past, or forget their past lives. You've had the flu for 3 weeks. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I hope you're finally starting to feel better at least. Caught up on like all the rest maybe? One day, more drunk than usual. Your dad told you the rivers of Alaska belong to the basin of Hades. And that's maybe that's why. By drinking from it, you can't remember who you had once been. He, on the other hand, drank everything but water. And that way, he never forgot a thing. You think about your dad with that empty bottle on the table, tears in his eyes, rushing to wipe them away. And the image hurts you a lot more than the leg does. You don't know what's going on, but you like it. The long of the short is you are a guy. We're currently playing Rob, and he was a hiking guide in Alaska. And there's this like crazy bear man, and it's kind of alluding that Crazy Bear Man was part of the MK Ultra experiments. And Crazy Bear Man is just going around killing everyone, thinking he's a bear and everyone else is salmon or something. And we're kind of just like catching up everything that's going on with that. And this woman here was like camping out with people, and her group also got killed by the bear man. And then this is kind of what's transpiring now because she ran into this guy, Rob, that passed out from getting attacked by a bear. And I think everyone else is dead. Every now and then it jumps into a talk between like a maybe like a CIA detective and some sort of person called whistleblower, and they've been talking back and forth about MK Ultra and that there might be people in Alaska that are still part of the experiment. Thank you for the backstory. Thank you for manifesting it. Yeah, yeah. I'm happy to kind of keep everything together. Oh my God, Dave! Thank you. You didn't have to do that. Unless, of course, you wanted those sweet Kirby feet emotes, because then that's all you. You need the Kirby barf emotes. That's you, Birdwalk. Oh yeah, that's a couple of weeks of flu. Now you're gonna finally tell me who you are, Robert. You'd like to say something else. After all, the young woman saved your life, but you settle for what you know and tell her about the hike, about the group, and about the Grizzly Man. He said the name of the thing. Also, I'm sorry. I work from home and I spend all my day doing art, so like I like barely talk at all, other than like when my partner comes home. So like this is the most talking I've done in like well since last week when I streamed, but like I have not been talking this much. So like my body wants all the water from my throat. I'm not quite feeling hoarse, but like I got a little phlegm going on. The wound on my leg wasn't him, by the way. It was a real grizzly. He was like, "Wait, bear with me here." Though I, though that hadn't been your intention. The comment made the young woman chuckle. I'm Claudia. Nice to meet you. Claudia speaks in English with the formality of someone from abroad. She tells you about her study trip, and you're surprised to learn that she came to Alaska from Argentina, a country you only know by name. He killed two of my friends, and though he tried, he couldn't kill me. There's something in Claudia's gaze that's hard to define, a magnetism that words can't explain. Claudia survived like you did. Did I make the stream background? Yes, I did. So the long of the short is I'm a professional pixel artist. I work on games and stuff, and this is kind of I don't know me being able to give back and show some cool games while experiencing some neat games for the first time. And I don't know, I really like spooky stuff, and I don't know, just like having a whole setup that like it feels all together with all that is very much my jam. Um, I'll probably bounce around to some of the other scenes at different points of different like art I've done over time, but this is the newest thing. Like most of the other stuff is just like old pieces. I still need to kind of redo the rest of my like overlays and stuff like that. But it's coming along, and I'm really happy with like this particular design is very much my jam. You love spooky stuff in pixel art. Well, let me tell you something. Um, I'm working on a horror game called Screaming Savage Blood Death. Hopefully that works. Nope. It's not gonna do that for me, is it? Maybe Blood Death. There we go. I'm working on a game called Screaming Savage Blood Death. It's essentially, if you ever played old NES Friday the 13th, that was kind of like our jumping off point. We wanted to create something in that vein because no one else is really making stuff like that, and that's the kind of games that, like, I don't know, just like really vibe with, especially in like interesting weird horror stuff. And we were going to release it actually on the previous Friday the 13th, but we wanted to like hold on and like work on the game a little bit more. We got some really good ideas, and right after we ran into some tech issues, and we're just put it back in the oven for a little while. But hopefully within the next year here we'll have that out. And we've been kind of talking with a publisher that I work for, us who played Friday the 13th. We want to do something kind of in that vein that's a little more modern feeling. Well, I appreciate it. I always say wish lists are free and they really help us, but you know, like, no pressure in that way. But if you dig it, thank you. The title of my game makes your heart sing. It's from an old horror movie. There was like a trailer, and then the trailer is like dealing with screaming savage blood death, and it was something my buddy James came on around, and they were like, "Hey, let's use this for the name of our game." You had to double check via that wish list. You do. I appreciate that a lot. Blood death is wild. Yeah, it's not normal death. It's blood death. You're all in for retro looking games. Well, you've come to the right place because I like both playing and making that kind of game. At some point, I want to put something out on like an old console. I really want to make something either for like the NES or the Genesis, or I know some people that kind of want to work on some stuff like that. I just need to get a little bit more free time because I don't know. Time is all we have, right? I managed to capture such an authentic retro look. You haven't seen anybody do it better. That's very high praise. I really appreciate that. Um, I, I live a lot in this kind of world. Here, let me switch over to my camera here for a second. Um, Back up behind me is like my. This is like essentially like my childhood collection, and like this is the stuff that I've lived for most of my life, and like the kind of games that I've always loved playing, and I don't know, just like I still love diving into like new stuff that I've never seen before. Well, I guess new to me, but things that were, released 20, 30 years ago. And it's surprising to me that I can still find new games that are, I don't know, like new stuff to me that has always been there. And I go looking for this stuff like constantly. I don't know. Games are cool. There's lots of great games out there. You love the Super Scope. I I wish I had a better setup for using the Super Scope. I have a CRT over to the right of me here that you can't really see. You also have your childhood collection. That's awesome. Something like that. Like, I don't know. It's like the memories attached to it more so than the actual like games themselves. But like at the same time, like part of those memories is like playing those games, and like the experiences you had either like just yourself or with your friends or your family, or You also keep discovering games. Exactly. Like, I don't know. There's just like this like infinite sea of cool games out there that you can play and check out, and um, I don't know, just stuff that you never knew existed but always wanted to play. You had to sort of recreate your childhood collection, which is sort of bittersweet. I totally understand that. Sometime in, I guess, my like early teens, I lent all my Nintendo games to a cousin, and like they had someone like break in their house and steal everything, and I lost like most of my Nintendo games, and then like slowly kind of built some of or a lot of it back up, like just like getting stuff at flea markets and stuff like that. You sold too many of your games as a loser teenager. Yeah, that's fine. Like you never, as you're growing up, I feel like you never really know like what you're going to want or what you're going to need in the future, kind of thing. So like if if you sell stuff, or I don't know, give it to somebody, you lend it to a friend and it disappeared or whatever, like it's it you move on, it's no matter what, it's still stuff. The memories are still there. You still are attached to those old games, and like going back and playing them brings that back. You only have a few complete games. Most of the ones you have because you have lots of memories with. Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of the same way. Like I have very few like complete stuff. Like I love like physical games. Like having the manuals and all that kind of stuff is really cool. But I don't have a whole ton of that stuff, just because like I don't know, I just never thought to keep it, or like things that I bought at the flea market were like just out of a bin. Your family called you the wreck, or you were so irresponsible with so much cool stuff as a kid. Lost lots of games of pure carelessness. Yeah, yeah. Cartridges were pretty hardy, but discs like the PlayStation, GameCube got scratched out. Yeah, yeah. You end up like losing a lot of that stuff in that way. You landed games to a friend one time and lost them forever. Yeah. Um, I've lost quite a few games. Like half of my original like Final Fantasy VII is just gone, just because like they like lost a disc. I, I lent my copy of Symphony of the Night, which is like one of my favorite games of all time. Um, I lent it to a friend, and he had lent it to another friend for whatever reason, and that friend like I don't know if they lost it or like scratched it up or something, but then like later he like surprised me, and he bought me another copy, so like I still have that copy. So like I just have like a different like attachment with that, which is kind of cool. Yes, Symphony of the Night is great. It is just such a wonderful game. I really love search action games in general. Um, I'm a real big Blaster Master fan. Like that was like my like first real search action game that I like fell in love with. Symphony of the Night is peak, yeah. Not to say that there isn't lots of great games in the genre, because all over like it's just so much cool stuff. Also, sorry, I got off on a real tangent here, but I at least wanted to show you a little bit of where I'm coming from, and why I don't know, making things feel authentic, and uh, why creating stuff like that like works a lot for me, because like that's the kind of stuff that I feel, and that's the kind of stuff that I like to make. You found a good old Blaster Master ROM that you're planning on trekking through. Oh, when you play it, I would love to know how you feel about it, because I love that game. Um, it's not perfect. It's very like I don't know, pre-modern like search action stuff. But like I don't know, it's way better than most of the other games, like kind of finding its way through. You also got Blaster Master 2 you didn't know existed. Blaster Master 2 is interesting. I don't want to like, if you absolutely love the first game and you go and play 2, it is a very different experience because it was a very different studio that made it. The original game is by Sunsoft, and they they got someone else to do the second one for whatever reason. They were kind of a weird company in the Super Nintendo 16-bit kind of era. So like the second one is like a very different game. Like some of the same ideas are there, but like overall it's like it's a very very different game. Blaster Master is a weird series of games where like on and off I don't think they really knew what they wanted to do with it. So like the releases are very weird and but by a bunch of different studios. And I guess the best of like the series past like the original game, Inti Creates did a series of like new Blaster Master games in like the past like handful of years. It's like the Blaster Master Zero series, and those games are all absolutely wonderful. It's kind of like a return to, a return to form in that way. Play Blaster Master and listen to Blaster Master. Yeah. Listen to Blaster Master is also a very important part of that equation because Naoki Kadaka, he did a lot of the music for Sunsoft, and that whole like Sunsoft I don't know sound like Batman and all that, like that was all him, and his music was awesome. I want to say after making games he like went on to like just be like a music teacher or something like that. So like he's still around, but he doesn't really make game music anymore, which is a little sad, but he has quite the lasting legacy of beautiful beautiful music. You met the Stevie Wonder song. Well, you got a different piece of history then. Yes, sorry for my little tangent there. We can sneak back over to Game Land. Because you know what? Claudia survived just like you did. But for some reason, it seems like her experience was different. In Abigail's cabin, there's a phone line and a truck. Who's Abigail? A friend. Can you walk okay? Never apologize for good tangents. Okay. I can talk about that stuff for a while. So, you recently got a copy of Smash TV on the Super Nintendo. Oh, I love Smash TV. It's such a cool game. Like they had like early kind of like twin stick setup. Like I remember playing that at the arcade, and like I don't know how unique it felt, and like both Smash TV and Total Carnage, the kind of pseudo follow up to it. Like they're such like visceral games. Like everything has like nasty screen shake and things like I don't know, have a really good like sound effects to them and everything. Oh, it's just wonderful. It makes you want to play Overbold. Overbold is very good. You nod and start walking. Claudia's strength is contagious. You walk for hours without saying a word. And though you know life isn't like your dad's books, you feel like the cabin brings you closer to something that might resemble an ending. I really love the art of the Grizzly Man. Like every time the Grizzly Man is on screen, it's just like there's so much like cool little detail. Like all like the muscles in his arms that are defined by the shadows. And how his eyes are just like always standing out. Chapter 10. We're still hanging out with Robert. Well, I guess barely anyone else is alive, huh? Yeah, got it. Fuck them. You can probably guess how I feel about the Grizzly Man's appearance. Hot. It'll take them a while to get here. You look out the window. The sky looks like a brain, all of its synapses firing off erratically. Robert, I'm not staying here waiting for them to show up. The light comes through the window, casts a web of shadows across Claudia's face. You need to go to the hospital. The truck outside. What are we, really? Are we what the light shows us? Or the negative space of what we don't know? That smile, that damn smile. How long has it been since anyone started it? At least 2 or 3 weeks. I'll start it up so it warms up. The keys? A feeling of guilt eats away at you. You knew Abigail had it secured and tried to cover your father's debts. You'd once thought about making it disappear. A magnetic case. On the back wheel of the driver's side. Wait here, I'll be right back. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. Oh no. Ah! The Grizzly Man slams the door open. Oh, he's getting the rain in the house. There's gonna be water everywhere. Everyone's salmon. The impact knocks Cloudy off balance. She stumbles backwards. You think of the 4 things you tell tourists they come face to face with a grizzly. Both the heavy breathing animation as Bod. Everyone's salmon. Stay calm. Avoid sudden movements. Back away slowly. And don't make direct eye contact with the animal. This time, you wouldn't follow any of those rules. Oh, dang. We got this. I like the little faces. Arg. Check the pockets of his pants. Oh, I was not fast enough. Parts of my brain, even the ones that hide the secrets of your past as a man in black. You mean from an animation perspective, not a pervy one. Okay, maybe a bit pervy. Displayed at the Fort Abigail's cabin. Oop, my gore-filled memories. That was my achievement I got for dying. We gonna struggle. Try to wrestle with the creature. Oh, nope. Wrestle with the creature, not the correct solution here. Let's check the cuff. Oh, I got a knife. Stab him with the knife. Oh, yeah. Look at them spiky teeth. Ooh, he gave me a good blood sploosh. Oh, and a big knee to the face. You try to stay awake, but the darkness creeps in with the force of a natural disaster. Where are the eggs? What eggs? Too weak to move. And with your neck bent in an unnatural position, you think about your father. How reading had affected his posture. And just like him, hearing him grumble and complain, and laugh and cry, the only thing you can do now is watch the scene unfold. Unable to get involved beyond your role as a witness. Oh, not Claudia. Why is Claudia got that creepy smile? What's going on there, Claudia? Claudia presses the sole of her shoe against the knife. Oh! Oh! And the wound opens like the gates of a dam. That's got hurt. Gross. Sorry, Wonk. Grizzly Man might not be surviving this one. The final girl's got this one. That's a good face too. Slowly. I think you have a fractured jaw. We survived, Robert. We survived. And the son of a bitch is dead. Are you sure about that? I'm not sure about that. Claudia tells the officers everything that's happened. One of the officers gives some orders and helps you both out of the truck. Claudia would go with them to the station. They take you to the hospital, check your wounds. You try to complain, but the pain is unbearable. Whoa! Alright, welcome on in. We're playing Grizzly Man. I think we're getting towards the end, maybe, but I don't totally know. Yeah, this game is very cool. It's like such a cool way to like tell a story and like still have that like, I don't know, that gaminess to it. Son of a bitch had broken your jaw with a knee. And what hurts most is not being able to thank Claudia for putting an end to the Grizzly Man. She said the name of the game! I don't think the Grizzly Man's dead. The end? So what now? Survivor. You know the lyrics. That was my achievement. Oh, we completed Grizzly Man. He is still alive. What was that? Oh? Okay, so we got a gallery. Oh, cool. So, like, we can kind of, like, go back and see all this stuff. Justice hits hard. The art is very cool in this. Oh cool, we can also see all the deaths we got. I like this one a lot. It's very cool. Just like real good like hands in the silhouette. And there's like a really like good piece of action feeling. What's index? Okay. So it looks like you can kind of go back through all the chapters. So if you like miss anything or whatnot. Love the game's color scheme. Me too. It's like on the edge of like an EGA kind of thing, but it's like very particular choices in color, especially like the purples and like the like cyan air kind of like setup of color. It's very very well chosen. Yeah, this game was very cool. So I want to know now if there's more. There's like a different like ending set, or if there's this is like setting up for like the next game in the series. Because I kind of gather that there's more games than this. Give me just a moment. I'm gonna take a second and see if I can find any more information on this. Also, the music here slaps. It's very cool. Yeah, so it looks like this LCB Game Studio that made this have made a bunch of similar games in this vein. There's Mothman 1966, Varney Lake, which seems to have something to do with some sort of vampire. And Bonson Knights, which is something to do with like a religious cult. And they all kind of have like a similar vibe to this. Looks like Bonson Knights has like a similar color scheme to this, but like Varney Lake is more like teals and yellows and stuff. Nanograms like Picross. Yes. There was like a Picross style mini game like somewhere in the middle of the game where like I was like painting something. I had to like make a skull out of like a Picross kind of set. More cryptid hotties. Okay. Yeah, please check out their other games too. LCB games. I'm definitely going to be throwing the rest of these on my wish list now because I want more of this, because this game was awesome. I've been starting to get more into, I don't know, just like story-driven games like this, and I feel like there's a lot of cool and interesting ideas that people are running with, and not just like making like a straight visual novel or like a straight like point and click kind of game. There's a lot of very interesting combinations. Oh, also, Wonk, you were asking about the nanogram. I'll just pop this open really quick. So this is the one that I had done earlier. That you had to like do the little skull thing and that, and there was like a little puzzle with that. Oh, look at him! For some reason, he was really inspired by a waterfall and had to draw a skull. I mean, it's kind of like me, so who am I to judge? So I just want to peek at the index really quick because, like, I feel like this is like original art that was like separate from the game art. And I was just curious if there was anything else special within this. Yeah, it looks like it's mostly it's so inspiring. Draws blood and guts. Why you gotta call me out like that? Yeah, so I might have to like look into and see if there's like other endings for this, because I'm really just not sure. So this is the most recent of their games, and this came out at the end of the last year. So I'm wondering when the next one is going to show up here. Is there just checking out real quick to see if there was any other answers, if there was like more endings or anything like that. Yeah, it looks like the end is like it's like actually the end. There isn't like a separate like a separate path or anything through the game. It's more like linear in that way. Which is totally cool. I'm fine with that. Like I was just curious, like if it was worth it to go back and like go back in or anything. You're so ready for a fake out. Yeah, same. Because like there was like a little something after the credits too. Very cool. This was a very awesome game. I'll be very happy to play more of this. The lack of the fake out is a real twist. Yeah, I wonder what's next then. Wow, I really want to play their other games now too. I'm very excited about this. Oh, now that we've completed, I can stop the timer here. So it took us like 2.5 hours to go through that. That was a very good length for that. It was like just about the right amount of like action and like just kind of like chilling and rolling through it. I think that was cool. So sadly this is all I got for tonight. It was just our one little game here. Yeah, thanks for coming in and hanging out and I don't know, getting to experience that with me. I love sharing like weird and interesting games with people because like there's just so much cool stuff out there, and you never know when you're gonna find your next favorite game, or I don't know, just like get an idea to like play something new. Um, Also, both Jungle Bowie and Zalma, thank you for joining us and following and coming to join us. This won't be the last stream like this. I love spooky games, and like I'm gonna slowly like move back into doing art streams as well. But I kind of want to like go half and half on it, and just you know, to do some cool stuff and get to show everyone. Oh, Dave, that is a great emo combination. I love that. I love a good emo combination. Also, Dave, thank you for the raid. Cyber Skull, if you're still here, thank you for the subscription. I really appreciate it. Yeah, if anyone likes like cursed emotes and stuff, I might make a few cursed emotes, and I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry because I don't know, it's fun and weird. But I really, really appreciate everyone coming and hanging out and I don't know, enjoying Grizzly Man with me. Let me find us someone to sneak over to here on the way out. Trying to find somebody that has some good spooky gaming going on. Most of my my usual folks are not streaming. Well, if everyone just wants to vibe, it looks like RGL is just doing a Halloween horror marathon, and I feel like that's probably a good direction to hit. You always like Neptune? Okay, we can go to Neptune. Neptune's awesome. You think they're playing some Resident Evil 2? Okay, perfect. Absolutely perfect. I love it. I love it. I very much appreciate the suggestion. Let's see if I can actually get the raid message correct this time, because last time I just typed exclamation point raid and I was totally scuffed on that. There we go. But thanks everyone for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I'll probably do another stream sometime in the next week, and we'll play some more spooky games. It'll be fun. So everyone have a good night. Stay good. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for coming by. Take care of yourself. And I don't know, we'll see y'all again soon. Oh yeah, I love that spooky skull. That's a really good wiggly skull. Oh, I love it. Have a great night, everybody.